This time on SoundStage Travelers, we are en route to Norway, one of the hottest countries in the world for hi-fi right now. Our first stop is at Velvet Sound recording studio to see the Sigberg audio setup they've got and check out some new speakers while we're there. And then we're off to Arendal, where they're going to show us their brand new line of speakers. Then we're hitting up a super boutique vinyl pressing plant owned by one of the members of Kaizers Orchestra. And finally, we're stopping at Electrocompaniet to finish up a video we started over a year ago. This one is jam-packed. Check it out!
We're back in Montreal here at Elliott Trudeau Airport to go back to Norway. So we're going to go see a company called Sigberg, but only for a little bit. We're mainly there to go see Arendal, where we went last year, Electrocompaniet out on the coast, and also a vinyl plant, 𝑇𝑟𝑎𝑣𝑒, to see them press records in Norway.
Landing in Norway, we're always charmed by the local culture. Trolls and tunnels, they're everywhere. This is the second time we've done Norway in November. Despite the short days and gloomy weather, it's still absolutely beautiful, but we really should try this again in the summer.
So we're at Velvet Sound recording studio, but we never came really to see the studio, though we will. We came to see Sigberg Audio, a maker of active speakers, and the active speakers are in the studio.
This is a beautiful space.
Yeah, that's your speakers there?
Yes, that's two subs on the floor as well.
What's the name of that model?
That's the Manta.
Manta.
Yeah.
Tell us about the speaker, but first tell us about Sigberg Audio. How did you start this?
Yeah, so this is a small Norwegian company. We do active speakers only. And
DSP active?
DSP active.
Okay.
So digital crossovers and everything. Basically quite high-end stuff, they're quite expensive. And we have one full-range floor sander, and we have these two which are more systems. So these are actually satellites, and we have subs that you need to use.
And in the main recording studio there, you have your big Manta speaker as a reference monitor.
Yeah, sort of a main monitor.
So it's DSP, it's active, and then what do you go for in the design of the loudspeaker? You going for strict accuracy? What are you doing?
Mostly strict accuracy, because they're used in studios as well. But that doesn't have to mean that they're so neutral that you call it clinical or harsh or anything. They're natural sounding. So I want them to sound natural and rich, and I want them to be not air fatiguing. I want them to work well across genres as well. So you could put on, so we're in Norway, like people listen to black metal and stuff.
It's
so
popular here.
Should be able to do that as well, without like it's just sounding like noise. So a lot of high-end speakers they have either uneven frequency response or maybe up tilted high end, and that sounds good in the at the shop. But when you get it home and listen for days and days, it grows old.
Okay, so let's talk about this speaker. What's it called?
SBS, and this is the generation 2. They have the previous one here. So it's a 3-channel amp, so there's one amp. So this is a coaxial driver, so there's actually 3 different speakers.
Yeah. Tweeter, mid-range, woofer.
Yeah, so it's a 2.5-way configuration. But
2.5-way.
Yeah.
So this is running all the way to the bass, and then this is supplementing the bass as well.
Yeah, but when you say bass, it's actually a mid-bass because it's dropping off at 90 hertz.
Right, you want this with a sub.
Yeah, they're designed to be used with preferably 2, but at least 1 sub.
Yeah.
And also, when I say designed to be, that means it's actually, you can run the sub just through this speaker, XLR in and XLR out to the subs on each channel. And both are designed to work with each other, so you don't have to worry about crossovers or anything.
Oh, excellent.
It all works out of the box.
So it's like a system.
So yeah, and the reason we do that is to get high dynamic range, which is another thing I'm very fond of. A lot of speakers sort of, they crap out when you play loud, basically.
You want to play loud, yeah.
These do 116 dB at 1 meters, believe it or not.
Wow.
And that's because they don't even try to play bass, that's the subs.
You just relieve it of the bass, leave that to the sub, and have this.
Yeah,
it's a nice looking little speaker here, and that's impressive that it can output like that, integrate with a sub or 2. I think that's a good design.
Yeah.
What are we doing now, Doug?
Done at the recording studio, went an hour. It was perfect timing, and now we've been waiting for scenic stuff, and we're on the ferry at Moss to go to Arendal, and I think we're gonna get the scenic stuff. Sun's still up.
We arrived in Arendal, the town, and got settled in real quick before meeting up with Arendal, the company, to grab a few drinks and make plans for the shoot days, but mostly grab drinks. We were extremely pleased to be invited before the official launch of Arendal's 1610 series. Being able to schedule our videos to release on day one with a product is always our goal, and Arendal realizes just how beneficial that can be for a launch. And we love working with companies that get what we do. The 1610s were very impressive sounding. We spent some time in the listening room. It was also great to hear them in their brand new experience center, which was not there last time we visited. Jordan also had a chance to dive in and record an on-location podcast with Jan between filming his central segments and getting B-roll for the insights.
Oh, wow. For your product of the year last year.
Oh, incredible.
There.
Thank you.
So day one filming at Arendal. We got to make the street here, and those are the Arendal guys. Went really well. By the time this video is out, what's a secret now won't be a secret then, and that is the 1610 loudspeaker series, trickled down from the 1528. And so we're gonna film more tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna film more parts. I think we got most of the speaker stuff all done, but we might film some real hi-fi, and they have a Clippo NFS machine, so it should be cool. Now we're going for dinner. We said before, because you weren't there, Chris, no steak tonight. We're going for something different because that was a big steak last night.
Here it is.
So I'm looking at some prototypey stuff here. Waveguide, but I want to talk about these things. You call them lenses, right? And
Yeah.
there's some black goop on that one.
Yeah, so what I'm doing, it starts out just like a normal grill, right? With a normal hole pattern.
Acoustically transparent?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
So I'll print out a bunch with different dome shapes. So the height differs from the distance from the dome to the grill.
Okay.
And then I start messing around really with, I use butyl a lot, where I make a new hole pattern, or I cover up a bunch of holes, and then I do measurements on it to see what the benefits are or how it can help us improve the on-axis response, the off-axis response, and also it actually reduces distortion and increases the sensitivity if done right. If done wrong, it crashes the distortion quite badly.
So with nothing on it,
Yeah.
kind of like this,
Yeah.
it does nothing.
Yeah. It does.
But when you start putting something in the middle,
Yeah.
it starts doing something.
Yes.
And what exactly is it doing acoustically?
Well, it depends on the pattern you use, right? But what I'm aiming for is it starts improving or changing the response above 7-8 kilohertz.
Why?
And all the way up to 20.
Why?
Why I do it?
No,
is-
why does it start changing the response?
Oh,
Like,
because
what is happening?
Because the sound starts bouncing off this thing, and then it's exiting different ways than it would have if it were just a pure hole, right?
Right.
Where it would just blindly go through. It changes the way the sound travels out, and you could almost say like kind of like a compression in sorts, like how you do a compression driver. There's some of the same logic going on here with what we're doing.
Yeah.
Either it's essentially to improve the off-axis response, and mostly it's actually the output in this region, where the waveguide usually sucks out some energy in the top end.
Does it?
We can mitigate, yeah.
So the waveguide.
So, well, not the waveguide itself, but the mouth, the size of the mouth and the dome, there will always be some interference going on there.
Okay.
And we're doing this as one way to kind of mitigate that behavior. And, well, so we can get the cleanest on-axis response and an off-axis response. Mostly what we're looking for is the best sound power and estimated in-room response. I find that's more important than just what's going on directly on axis.
How the speaker disperses all around itself. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Final photo at Arendal. 2 days. 2-day rule again, worked perfectly, but it was great. In the 1610 series, I think they're gonna kill it with that, and we'll see what's coming after that. The secret to all of this is this,
It really does elevate the sound to a next level, I'd say.
and this is your design. Did you do it on the 3D
Oh,
printer
yeah.
back there?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Did you try the cable on the antlers? Like, was it too...
It sounds a bit too pointy.
So we just got to Tea Time, a vinyl plant here in Norway, to see boutique record making.
Tea Time was a really interesting visit. It had a real authentic vibe and a really cute dog, which is always a plus for any place we visit.
This is Ruby, the Tea Time vinyl plant mascot. Ruby.
And we got a little, this is the 2-channel Electrocompaniet amplifier as well of all the old products they have.
Different than you thought it might be?
Yeah.
In what way?
It's more like having come from Precision, which is this big, huge plant with tons of presses. This is just more, it's more intimate.
The one cool thing was the Kaizers Orchestra affiliation with this. I didn't realize it started with basically a guy from a band. So we're listening to some pressings from Tea Time and another unnamed plant.
It's a big difference. Doug, you gotta see this. You'll never believe what kind of speakers they have here. They got Boses.
Bose and Fabbers. Bose and Fabbers.
So we wrapped up shooting at Tea Time Vinyl Plant. We got there because last year, Lassie Danielson of Electrocompaniet told me about this cool record plant in the area, not just in Norway, but in the exact same area. So we obviously contacted them through the year, got there, and it was cooler than I thought it would be because there's a vibe there. The guys wear these suit-like uniforms, stuff all over the wall, library of LPs, bar area in there, listening room. It's a really cool place, and they care about vinyl quality. And tomorrow we're off to Electrocompaniet.
So this is a pretty sweet hotel, right?
It's pretty good.
Have you noticed they have Sonos Faber speakers?
I'm not falling for that.
We are back at West Control, which is the parent company of Electrocompaniet.
What's up, Professor? So what's different about it now versus what it was the last time we were here?
It's a completely different product.
Okay.
Completely redesigned from scratch. It's a complete different way of making the preamplifier than what we've done before. Well, the basic principle about Electrocompaniet amplifiers, no matter what the product is a topology that we call the ampliwire. That's why the power amplifiers are called AW something. And we have incorporated this fully into this preamp.
Okay.
It's got 3 layers of electronics inside. The bottom layer is everything to do with power supply and controlling. There's a 1 centimeter thin aluminium plate to insulate it 100% from the top. It's dual mono, and at the top there is 1 layer of the actual preamplifier, and there's 1 layer who's the input selector, which is also something that we have completely redesigned. It's our own design, the input selectors. We don't use any relays in the input selector at all. No op amps, no nothing. Everything is pure analog. And also the volume control is extremely sensitive. It's 900 steps from minus 100 dB to plus 20 dB. So you can really fine adjust the volume control. And the volume control doesn't have any potentiometers, no relays, no nothing. It's our own design. And it's just made for one purpose. And that is, it's supposed to minimize to the most possible extent the influence on the preamplifier on the signal. So it's just basically a volume control, an input selector, and an amplifier station. That's it.
So these are all the high-end amplifier parts and made here in Norway.
Yeah.
Everything.
Boards, everything. Yeah.
More amplifier parts here. Now this is a surprise because this is your EC living stuff,
Yes.
the lifestyle stuff.
Lifestyle stuff.
Made here in Norway.
Exactly. Electronics, everything we make ourselves. Even it has a Class D amplifier inside.
Yeah.
This is no OEM of anything. We make it ourselves. We design it ourselves. We make the DSP ourselves. Everything.
And is that an Electrocompaniet thing to make everything in Norway?
Yes, that's one of our things that we really want to do. We want to source everything locally. We can source locally. And we want to make everything ourselves up to a point where it's not possible. For example, the output terminals on the power amplifier.
Just the connectors.
Just nobody makes those in Norway.
Yeah.
And some components, of course, nobody in Europe makes components anymore. But we source everything locally from local suppliers, and we assemble it, and we make the electronics, everything, the boards, all of it.
The whole line. Excellent. Excellent. So Electrocompaniet for one day wraps up this trip, and it was good to get back to Electrocompaniet because it's a cool company. They've got a consistent range of products, and they finished the preamp that we started filming last year, and it turned out even better. They made some changes, so it was a good thing they waited, and it was a good thing we waited to finish the video and come back. And Norway's got a thing going in hi-fi circles now. Arendal, Electrocompaniet, Hegel,
Hopefully Sigberg Audio, we can visit where they make the speakers in the future. Other companies, are they around? Let's hope so. I'd like to come back, and I think we will in a year.
Cheers, everybody.
There we go. Cheers, man.
There's lots of opportunities for 2026, getting emails already. Could be England, could be the United States, probably won't be Italy, but it could be. Maybe even France. Let's see.